Hey, welcome to the Really Charlie podcast. Today's guest is going to be Roger Alves. We're going to share some stories about a New Bedford boxer, David Burr. Definitely a good friend of mine. He's older than me and just was a fascinating guy, died too young, died too young. And I just want to get his story out there, especially, to some people that may know him but don't know how good of a boxer he was. And I just want to share some stories with you guys. And there's no better person than Roger Alves to tell a story, especially about any New Bedford boxer, because the dude knows what he's talking about. How you doing, Roger?
Doing fine. Getting over the COVID, but I'm a survivor. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, we definitely we need you around. Your family needs you around. Your friends need you around. So you hang in there, and there's no doubt in my mind you will be a survivor. Let's see. Got Nathan Victor's on already, saying, "Hey, cuz, who's this?" Somebody else saying, "Roger, how you doing?" I remember when we were putting together that book on Andre McCoy, and you took you was willing to give me an interview, and I was so excited about that. And I remember going to your house. We sat on the deck. You just tell me all kinds of stories about
what I remember.
Yeah, and it was so fascinating. What's the one thing you knew about or remember about David?
Well, I took him to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for the Junior Olympic Nationals, and Bucky couldn't make it. And he asked me to go, and I did. I took him out there. When you get, and he was a 106-pounder at the time. Yeah, I think 13 was the cutoff age, and the way the Olympics is set up, it's 3 rings continuous boxing for 3 days. 3 days continuous.
Wow.
You have to be ready at any call to knockouts or whatever happened in the previous fight. So when David got in there, David got in there, and he was devastating punching for 106 pounds. Devastating. And his first 2 fights was won by knockout. After that, he was the star of the show, basically. Whenever he fought, they gave him the middle ring. After that, he ended up fighting 9 times, 8 knockouts. And the 9th time they disqualified him because he fought too much like a professional. You want to swallow that story. Olympic boxing is basically like a robot type boxing. You stand up straight and you try to score with the white part of the gloves. But David just a natural bob and weave, and they disqualified him for it. I think it was a setup because the Ayala brothers were 2 Ayala brothers from Texas. People might not remember Tony Ayala. There's an article in Ring Magazine back in the day where the name of the article was The Heir Apparent. He was supposed to take over from Marvin Hagler. He was devastating. And he was one of the kids at that Olympics, but he was so scared of David that he ended up drinking like almost a gallon of water. So he moved to another weight class. That's how much he was feared. Ayala ended up getting in trouble when he was 18, a rape charge or something like that. And his career went out. He tried to make a comeback, but it was working out.
Yeah, I remember that he used to always wear this jacket, and I always knew I could be driving on the street. And I said, "This David, David was a small dude, anyways, but like you said, he packed a punch." And
with all due respect to the Burr family, if you want to see David Burr reincarnated, Gervonta Davis, 5'5.5", that's David Burr all the way.
Wow, yeah.
I think he's Gervonta's left-handed. David was. But the devastating punching, the height, that would be David Burr. He's 26 years old right now for Devontae. If David had continued on, that's what you would see. Unbelievable. I look at him and that's what I think. It's David right there.
Yeah. It's I thought about a bunch of things over the past year. I mean, that's all we could do is sit at home and dwell and think about some things. And one thing I wanted to do is kind of set up a ring at Monty's Park and do a competition out there outside. And
That would go over big.
yeah, and I want to do it. If hopefully I can get the energy and think about it, but I definitely wanted to do that and mainly just bring something different down there. And I've been trying to find so many different paraphernalia for Sergeant Field and all the different boxing posters that we used to see all over the place. And they had a bunch in the Armory down on Campbell Street there.
That's what I was going to tell you. I said, we used to have matches here at the Armory.
Yeah.
I don't know what it entails now.
Yeah.
They had it at the That's upstairs too.
Yeah, I remember. Oh man, what's his name? But he was telling me about the competitions upstairs on the vets, and I said, you know what? Yeah, they can have a good event there. It's no different than PAL. Go upstairs, boom. And it.
You probably could have something too. It's an old YA club.
Where at?
YA club.
Yeah.
Not the YA club anymore. They're defunct now. But Penny and John Maciel were trying to bring it back to life, but that didn't happen. But I think Mello's on the property, still on it.
Yeah.
I understand he's trying to get a liquor license, which there should be quite a few of them available now because a lot of people went out of business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they couldn't sell them, they had to give them up. Basically, give them up. So there's probably a few liquor licenses here just waiting for somebody to come in and grab it if they get the right establishment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Penny and John did the best they could down there, and they really they stepped. Yeah. Now, how did David come to you guys at the Boys Club? I mean, just because he was there, someone kind of.
He was good friends with Andre too. It was a thing to do in that group, Leon Hemsley and Jimmy Perry, Sweet James, and Danny Diet, the Diet brothers, Billy Robles. It was all a clique. Once one started, they all came in.
Yeah.
They were quite the team at that time.
Yeah, it's
So a lot of them were. We did a lot of the smokers up in Southern Mass and Revere Beach outside.
Mm-hmm. What's this? My brother's saying you have the best birthday, November 12th. That your birthday? Was that your birthday, November 12th?
Yeah, who's saying it?
My brother, Kevin.
Yeah. The same day the Pooch survived.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Michael Kahn said Roger Alves, a great guy, obviously well respected, knowledge personified. Yeah, that's from Michael Kahn. Now I remember the story you would tell me about, you guys used to raise money, try to get these kids into all kinds of competitions, and you were working full time, then coming back home, trying to get into the van or get these guys ready, for competition. And we don't have a lot of that anymore, where you would kind of.
That's off to Lenny Ramos. Lenny Ramos made sure there were funds available. He'd go, door to door looking for funds to different programs.
That's
He's a hell
good.
of a director.
That's good. Yeah. And
So there was times when back in the day when it was prejudicial situation, like we ended up playing the boys club in South Boston. South Boston. Andre went there and he beat the crap out of the name of the fighter. But they were all around the ring, on the standing up and said, "Beat him like you own him, beat him like you own him, like a slave." And
wow.
it ended up that Andre beat the guy, but the judges came over and said, "Listen, we can't give it to Andre because we think it's going to be a riot here." They had to actually walk us out to the van. They didn't give him the fight either.
See, what was that story you would tell me about? Everybody was in awe when the New Bedford fighters came in, and I think that's the story you just told me about David. Remember you telling me that the New Bedford fighters were the main event, and once they knew one of them were fighting, see no, yeah,
they'd be switching weight classes, and I remember Louis Robles was his weight. He was a little heavy, not because he was big. He was like 126, 130 pounds. He had to fight grown men in their 30s.
yeah.
I remember one of the guys was Louis Auclair. He fought this guy about 3 times. Grown man. That was mid-30s, and Louis was like maybe 18. But Louis still around. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I think the last time I seen him, maybe a year and a half ago, maybe even longer than that, because I definitely didn't see him 2020. So, um, uh, but and my brother's godfather, Manny Rivera, passed away. And and I used to always, admire those guys and didn't know that, Louis was related to them, Ruben and Manny. They were all related. I never knew that.
Johnny Morales too, I think, is up there.
Yeah, yep. So, um, let's see.
I think a lot of people aren't aware of where Andre McCoy was either. He had fought Tony Tucker. He fought Tony Tucker and beat him. Tony Tucker fought him the second time, and Tucker beat him. And they fought for a box off, the third rubber match. And Andre lost. And that's how he ended up getting on a plane, which eventually ended his life. But Tony Tucker ended up fighting Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
That just to show you where the level the Andre was on. And Tony, if you ever watch the fight, you'll see where Tony Tucker hit him with a left hook. That's what hook and was like, I thought he was going to win the fight. You heard that. You can eventually lost the fight, but that's where Andre was. The kind of battle.
Yeah, it's we had tremendous fight. I mean, I still gotta make an arrangement to kind of get a lot of New Bedford boxes on here and just have them share stories, but as a group. I got the capabilities of putting about 10 people on here at once and just kind of share some stories. So I need to get that done, especially every week. Someone's asking me, get the boxes on here.
But, a lot of people aren't aware of like Robbie Sims, Stevie Delgado.
Yeah.
They're all on the all-service team with the Leon Spink brothers. They fought, all around the world at one point. They represented the Army service. Stevie Delgado was supposed to fight Sugar Ray Leonard to see who went to the Olympics, but he had appendicitis and he had to pull out. He ended up. Well, he did fight on TV once. I think he lost. I think it was Zendy or something like that. But Stevie was a real close friend of mine. I used to hire him for union work, and he ended up being killed in Vegas by by a young kid. It was initiation to a member gang. He was supposed to hold up somebody. You know, Stevie wasn't going for that. He tried to hold Stevie up. And Stevie ended up fighting the kid. Not really fighting the young kid. The kid shot him.
Yeah. Sad story.
Yeah.
That's my sister's aunt. I mean, that's my sister's uncle, and so that was tragic. You know, Delgado family. To a lot of people. Rodney Victor says, did David ever fight Joey Duvall?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He also listen to the three Roach brothers: Freddie, Joey, and Pepper. David beat all three of them. Now Freddie Roach is Manny Pacquiao's trainer. That's where Freddie Roach is now. But they all elevated the weight class. They grew the heavy weight class, but they couldn't. Once they're 106, they couldn't. They feared that 106 because of David Burr.
Wow.
He beat all three of the brothers. He Duvall, the Joey and I think it's Tommy.
Okay. Yeah, it's amazing, and I try to look for some pictures I had of him when I came across them when I was doing the book on Andre, and I had some pictures of David that I just snapped, you know, with my phone, and I looked in all my old phones. I can't find him, and there was one picture. He was in the boys' club. And I don't know who he was with. It looks like Mr. Spinola there, Mark's father there, I guess was talking to him, and I can't find that picture. And it's a shame that we lost some history, you know, with everything, you know, the pictures, you know, we're finding copies of a copy, and
you know who's got an astronomical bunch of pictures? And that would be Bucky left him everything. Or he left him, he ended up with him anyway. Wow, I can't even think of his name.
Jason?
No.
Joe Varela?
Joe Varela.
Yeah.
Not Joe. Is it Joe?
Yeah. Because Joe had a lot of stuff, you know, maybe.
Who's the god? He was a god.
Yep, that's Joe Varela. Yeah.
He got all the books, everything.
Yeah. In fact, he showed me a few things.
And on WBSM, Ken Pittman, I understand, has did a lot of videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you always want to contact him, see what he's got. I don't know why he ended up with him.
Wow, because was that guy Morissette?
Yeah, Morissette.
And I got a DVD of Andre and Jose Miguel's fight, so I got that somewhere, and every now and then I'll throw it in the computer and watch it. You know, it's kind of grainy. It's not a good thing, but you know, it's something to see, especially seeing them fight. You know.
Yeah.
But someone owns the rights to them. Like I want to actually just put it on, you know, Facebook, you know, so everybody can see it. But I guess someone owns the rights to that
Video. Yeah.
That video. So I'm like, so I don't know who does, you know.
What happened? That put you in legal trouble or something?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they say if I show it, and I'm like, I'm almost tempted just to do it, you know, and
yeah,
just so everybody can see it, you know. Maybe I can actually stream it on this and just let it play, you know, all 3 rounds. But that was a packed.
They had some war, didn't they?
Yeah, that was a packed house. I remember the time, but I was just not. I wasn't old enough to go up there to that, you know, see anything like that. But
Come
Lincoln
on.
Park.
How old would you have been? How old were you?
Let me see. That I had to be 12, maybe. Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's this? After boxing, has it been hard to find something to occupy that energy and time that gives you the same gratification? I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, Roger? I mean, what do you do now that boxing's done? And
I don't think it's done. You got Jason.
Yeah,
Did his team over not then. You got Ray. He's got something going in Bristol, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
It's not done. It's like any other sport. You can't do even the fight they show on TV. There's no crowd. It's like takes away from it.
Now, do you? I remember the time that was it Ray Jr. was that fight. Remember you invited me to the that bar over there, the old Crystal there.
Oh yeah.
And so you doing anything? You staying active with anything?
Not really. I'm staying active in a hospital. That's all I'm staying active.
Yeah, we got to keep you out of there.
even like Jason's gym, he's got to bring in like maybe one or two people at a time. It's doing real good as far as membership, but you can't do it now. You can't. They won't let you COVID.
Yeah.
The COVID, you can't do anything anywhere. I mean, they just opened up, I guess, a few of the places in Boston, the big arenas.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere. You're trapped in a house. You can't go to any clubs. Can't do much of anything.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be when this gets much better. There's gonna be this tidal wave on events. Everybody's gonna be doing something just because we've been tied up so long. Michael Consaccio says, my question to Roger is, does he
Call from Lorraine. Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
Michael Kahn says a question for Roger. He said, does he remember a boxer out of New Bedford who was a great fighter? His last name was Cardoza. Wilson Cardoza.
Yeah. He fought at Sergeant Field. I think the guy's name was Owens last name.
Yeah.
I don't want to say Jesse. Jesse was
the runner, track star. Yep.
Yeah, but he fought for the light heavyweight title of New England. And I can't remember if he won or lost the fight, but I remember the guy's name, Owens. It was Sergeant Field. It was a good crowd, too.
Let's see. Let's see. It says, my brother Rodney fought for the Boys Club Golden Gloves at Lincoln Park. Ask Roger, does he remember that? Because a lot of people didn't know my brother fought for the Boys Club.
Rodney, Victor?
Yeah, it's got to be Victor.
Yeah, Rodney. I remember Rodney.
Yeah, yep.
A lot of other guys that came in there. Like Danny Dias was devastated.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan.
He had a continuous fight with this guy, Danny Long. He ended up being a police officer at Bucky. And he stopped me one time.
Mm-hmm.
He actually stopped me, to tell me what. I thought he was stopping me for speeding, but I don't know what.
Uh-huh.
And then Danny was alive then. He had no Danny was good. But he had some wars.
Yeah, let's see.
I remember David Burr. I think he worked for Massasoit campgrounds or something.
Yeah.
And they used to come the back way through here to see me every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
His punching power, with all due respect, probably came from his mother.
Yeah.
That shows you didn't play with Dottie Mendes.
No.
Don't play with Dottie Mendes.
That was a sweet woman, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. It says, I've been wanting to get into boxing as exercise, but don't want to spend the money. Any advice as to what I should do at home? I don't know. That was that's Devon Center. That was my nephew. You know,
Yeah,
I
they go
reckon.
see Jason. It ain't gonna be that much.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Jason Prize. I mean, that
yeah.
teaches the ropes, and I
In fact,
always was hoping that Jason would start doing some. He's got a ring there, but I'm saying
yeah, yeah.
actual fights with some pillows. I mean, not actual pillows, but 16-ounce gloves, something like that.
Yeah.
But he's got a challenge out for sparring, which I think I got my shoes out, my gloves out. He got a challenge for sparring.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a shot if I can breathe.
Yeah, Devon, go see Jay Pius, man. Tell him I send you down there, and he'll take care of you.
Yeah, he ain't gonna go every day.
No.
Yeah. We learn a lot in one or two lessons.
Yeah. Let's see. Nathan Victor, he's active and he stays running from me. I don't know. You running from Nathan? Nathan's saying you're running from him, Roger.
Nathan's walking up and down the street here. He's staying in shape.
Yeah.
Staying in shape.
Hey, we talk about I can't remember. You guys had a family funeral in up at Rock Funeral Home, and it was you, Nathan's pops. You all guys were in the back over there, and cracking jokes on each other and dogging each other. And I was like, these guys are crazy. It should be on TV. You got a bunch of comedians in your family, man.
You need to get him on here.
Yeah. I definitely.
He's a fun podcaster.
Yeah, definitely. Nathan is.
I'll tell you, he knows more about sports than anybody I know.
Yeah,
not just football, but the whole realm. You don't get him started with rappers. I never even heard of the rapper.
Yeah, I definitely want to get him on here, and I know when Nathan comes on it, it's definitely going to be a 2-hour block because that dude, he's got plenty of stories.
Yeah.
This comment is, how bad was David Burr in the ring? I mean,
David Burr was Simone Biles. Well, Simone Biles was to gymnastics. That's what David Burr was about.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
What stopped him from going to the next level?
I believe there was a sickness involved.
Yeah.
The family would know more about it than me. But at the time, like the years of my brain is remembering stuff. I consider it something that could kind of sickness.
Yeah.
He earned a few titles.
Yeah. He's
I don't mean to cut you short, but when I took him to the Junior Olympic Nationals, I don't know if anybody remembers Pat Nappy, the name Pat Nappy. That was the coach for the Olympics. The Olympics. And he pulled me aside. He said, in 2 years, you gave me his number, took out the number. You give me the call. I want this kid for the trials.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's where David Burr was.
Yeah, you can't even I mean, I just wish that, I'm glad we're videoing this and it's always going to be around because, these are stories that some people in his family don't even know. So it's good that you're telling them. Kathleen says, hi, Roger, you're looking great.
Just been to the old picture.
Yeah.
I'm in the gym every day. I mean, every day. 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I gotta, that COVID COVID knocked my ass down, but I'll get it back.
Say we got to get you back ready, looking sharp as always, like you know, with your hat, your suit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Hey, you definitely a class act, dude. Definitely you know how to dress. We're gonna have to get some. We're, we're gonna have to get you some Cam Newton's hats and stuff. And oh, that dude, he actually made.
Not his hairstyle, though.
No. The hair, he needs to cut that. You know, if it was good, you know, if it was hanging right and looking right, I understand. But you know, he's actually Cam Newton's. He's got his own hat company, and they're
Oh, yeah?
yeah, and they're actually he's titling hats after you know, famous black people like you know, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, Muhammad Ali.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so I just heard that yesterday. So let's see. Got another Victor here. Rodney Victor says pound to pound, who's the best fighter to come out of the boys club that you've seen?
David Burr.
David, yeah.
Natural talent.
Yeah.
All of them guys are good.
Yeah.
Jimmy died. Danny died. Leon Helms are good. Sweet Jane Perry.
Yeah.
Lou Robles. They had one hell of a team back then.
In fact, you know what? When you had told me years ago about Leon Hemsley, and I was trying to get an interview with that dude. I just want to hear his story because, you know, like you and a few others that said that, you know, the dude was good, you know, and he maybe got a little overshadowed by, you know, maybe So, and I definitely would have liked to hear his story. I'm gonna have to talk to his sister. I know she was on Facebook, but Mr. Perry just sent a picture on Messenger of Uncle David's belt. All right, let me see if I can get that up here.
Now, who sent this?
That's I think that was Will. I can't see the name on it, but that's probably David's nephew. So let's see if I could try to get it on here.
Now, who's his parents?
What's that?
Who's his parents? He said Uncle David Belt.
David's nephew. His parents would be
Kenny?
Kenny, I think, right?
Kenny used to watch
Donna. Yeah, actually, they say Kenny was a well-rounded athlete. You know.
He used to watch it too.
Yeah. I'm trying to get it up here now.
How long have you been doing this, Shelly?
Since December, you know, and I like doing it, you know. Especially now, I don't got much to do, you know. I go to work, drive that bus, and you know, basically,
Like everybody else.
yeah,
Like you get a job.
Yeah,
I know you don't need it. I know you don't need the job, but if you don't do something,
yep.
you're free.
Let's see. You see it now? Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
That's David's belt. It's 79, 112 pounds.
Wow.
Man, that's nice.
Still
They
got
don't
it.
make they don't make them like that anymore. So
That must be the silver mittens.
yeah, trying to make it out there. So that's cool. Real cool. All right, let's see here.
David wasn't a timid kid either.
Hey, say that again.
He wasn't a timid kid. He talked shit in the ring.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, talk shit.
Well, as soon as he came out of his house, he couldn't help but talk shit because that's how Westlawn was, man. Somebody's capping on you as soon as you came out of the house. But that whole family, man, it is between.
There'd be times when we went to Lincoln Chase. Rod, I can knock this guy out. You want me to knock him out the first round or you want me to wait? Get some working.
Yeah, get some work in, Sweat a little, Let us wipe your brow off or something, Sweat. Let me see, I think it was my wife's grandfather, Walter Gomes.
Oh, the
old timer. He said that he had one of the quickest knockouts in the world. He said it was like 10 seconds. As soon as it bing and he hit the guy, and then he was out. And there's so many stories. Richie Rod.
I remember him. He had, with all due respect, he had something going with Barbara Roach. Roach
Yeah.
with his mother.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
she was a judge too.
Mm-hmm.
He was a judge. I hate to put that out there, but
yeah, it is what it is, man. Right? Cave Radiant's like the dock in a lot of bays,
Yeah.
Let me see. Trying to look for but there's so much history. I think was it Mr. Vincent was telling me. Oh, what's this? Hold on. Hello. Yep. Hello.
Hello, Charlie.
Yeah.
This is Kippy.
Hey man, how you doing?
Can you take any calls about David?
Yeah. Roger, we got Kippy Andre on the line, man.
Kippy Andre, another good guy.
Another dude.
Yes, so Charlie, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So Charlie, when we first moved to Westlawn housing projects back in 1971, Smith Street, 340 Smith Street, David Burr, they lived 2 doors over. So, it was in the first grade. David was 3 years older than us.
Yep.
It was very quickly that we all knew about David, not as far as just being a boxer, but David was an outstanding athlete, Charlie, as far as basketball, baseball, football, floor hockey. Dave did all those sports.
Yeah.
Dave, he was like a little hero to us in Westlawn. Then when started boxing, I'm probably the only one out of the boys club who fought David in a competitive fight. So back in 1974, David and I, we fought in the Silver Mittens, which was held, this was before Roger started working. There was Mr. Vincent and Mr. Spinoza.
Yep.
So there was a tournament, Chick Sug Silver Mittens, 1974. So it was a 4-week tournament. And David and I, we were in the same weight class. We both weighed 65 pounds. I was in the 3rd grade. David was in the 6th grade. So the first week, David and I got a bye. The second week, David won. I won. The 3rd week, David won again. I won again. So now coming down to the finals, Charlie.
Yep.
So that whole week, we were training in the boys club, and I knew I had to fight David. And David was one of those fighters, when he was sparring with us, we all felt very uncomfortable sparring with David because of the skills that he had, that he possessed. Roger was correct. Roger said David was just a devastating puncher. However, David had that head movement. He was like a young Mike Tyson, bobbing and weaving. He always moved his head. He was just a hard person to fight. And everybody knows Mr. Vincent taught everybody that first main punch was how to throw that jab. And Dave would always throw that jab and follow up. Dave, left hands, right hands, uppercut, hooks. They were just coming at you. He was relentless. So when we were spar, we would be in the boxing gym at the boys club, and Mr. Vincent all he would say is, Kippy, go get your mouthpiece. David, go get your mouthpiece. And again, nobody ever felt too confident or too positively sure whenever we had to spar with David. So during our final week, so we go to Newport Boys Club, we fought on a Saturday, and Mr. Vincent never said anything to me the whole week. David and I I think David and I, we were the only ones left in the tournament, because most of the other guys like Louis, Lobos, a couple of other guys, they had lost.
Yep.
So it was just Mr. Vincent, Mr. Spinola, me, and David. We took that boys club van. Remember that blue van the boys club had?
Blue van, yep.
Yep. So we're in the locker room, and David was always slick. His name was David Lee Burr, and David always had the best gear. He always had those robes. Here I am sitting down. I just had a towel around me. And David always had a nice slick, I think it was like a light green colored robe. David's afro was always combed and picked up properly. So right before our fight, Mr. Vincent said, Kippy and David, I got to speak to you guys. Mr. Vincent goes like this to me. Okay, Kippy, David's going to take it easy on you tonight. And I felt just so relieved that David Burr was not going to knock me out just the whole week. It was in a third grade, so I was not scared of David. However, was concerned and a little nervous just going against him in a real competition fight. And Mr. Vincent was in my corner, and Mr. Spinola was in David's corner. And, of course, David beat me in the fight. He won by unanimous decision. He did not want to hurt me. He hit me enough just to win the fight.
Yep.
Then after that fight, we both got good, solid trophies. Never forget that trophy from Silver Mittens. Then years later, David, whenever he would see me, he would always clown David. He would always call me Kipperilla.
Yeah.
And for me, he goes, Kipperilla. He would always clown me that Mr. Vincent told David to take it easy on me during that finals fight. Then years later, as adults, David would always say, Kippy, man, I want to give you that trophy, because, his trophy was a little bigger than mine because he was the champion. And even when David won the Junior Olympics, when Roger took him to Wisconsin, remember that fight? It was the finals. It was at the Verdant Rest Hall up on the second level. Recall how David's mother, Dolly, and David's sister, Donna, were both at that fight. And when David won the decision to go to the Nationals, remember how Dolly and Donna, they were just so happy and joyful. They were crying, just shedding tears of happiness.
Yeah.
Then when Roger and David returned back from Wisconsin, we had a cookout over at Miss Burr's house in West Lawn. We were all disappointed that David lost. However, we all knew that David he should have won the tournament. But like Roger was mentioning, the referees, because of David's head movement and how his style of boxing was, he got DQ'd.
Yeah.
But Dave was he was a hero to us, Charlie. We all love David so much.
He's got a good memory.
Yeah, you got a good memory. And Kip, I really appreciate this call. I know we talked about this happening, and I'm glad you called in. I definitely forgot about it. And that's a great story. I'm pretty sure the Burr family listening. It's nice to cherish these guys and put them in a highlight, because you know what, some people may not know that it's the story, the actual story. They might get bits and pieces of it, but you were there. Roger was there, and I'm glad you shared this with us.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, Charlie. Hello, Roger.
Take it easy. Take it easy, Kipperilla.
Hey, Kipperilla, yeah. Hey, man. Love you, man.
Love you too, Charlie.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bro. It's one thing about Kippy is that the dude is helping me out with my podcast. He's always sending me things, get this person on, do this, do that. And I'm very, very fortunate to have a friend like that. He's definitely he's a good dude. So that's I don't know what you got left, Roger. I like to continue on, and but if you have any other stories, feel free to blast them out there. We got about
I probably think of a lot of things once this thing's over,
Yeah. And I also, I just want to let you know that anytime that you want something on this podcast, let me know. Definitely we're gonna get your brother on it too, and but please, keep in touch. You need me, I'll swing by there. I try to get to your house before Nathan gets there,
That's another tough guy. He went through hell.
Yeah.
Heart transplant.
Well, I want to get him on next Friday. So hopefully, we can schedule that and get him on here so we can talk about his heart transplant, talk about sports, talk about me.
That'll be the whole show. Him talking about himself.
Yeah. We're gonna get him on here.
Right now he's talking shit about me right now.
Yeah, that's all right. We know how your family does. You both, all you guys spar pretty good. Throw a jab here, throw a jab there, and it's just nonstop.
He goes for a walk every night at night. And come on, man. Who goes for a walk at night? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's too dark to be walking at night.
I love it. So, all right, Roger. Thank you, man. I really appreciate this. You definitely helped.
Thanks for asking me, man. I appreciate it.
All right. God bless you. Give me a holler if you need me. All right.
All right.
Yeah. Roger Alves, good dude, man. You just can't beat that dude. He's done so much for the youth of the area. I'm not just saying New Bedford. Definitely a good dude, and I'm glad to have him on here. I'm glad he's working back to a healthy Roger Alves. And to the Burr family, I just wanted to give you something. We had a little bit about David. There's some stories out there. But I just want to make sure that you guys know that we appreciate and love him, and we love your family. And someone made a comment about it. The Burr family was talented. They were talented in a lot of things, multiple sports, and that's good. That's a credit to, the Burr family doing their thing and passing it on, Willis was on air, and that's another athlete, great basketball player. I love that kid. Used to light up the basketball court. It was automatic almost, so love it. Well, as I always end my podcasts, mask those beautiful faces, hand sanitize, and wash your hands. Stay safe, everybody. And God bless. Losing people daily, and sad times, but things like this will keep us positive. And that's why I'm going to continue to do it. Nathan Victor, I'll be calling you. Get you on there next week. God bless y'all. Thank you.